So this guy is telling me to stop creating and posting content. Now, I don't quite believe what he's saying, but we're going to check out a couple things in a minute and we're going to do as the guru does because this guy is a super duper guru. I've been following him for years and he's got this all shucks kind of way about himself. But I mean, eh, if it's working for him, why not us do it also and see if we can go and get ourselves a bag. Now, you can come into the studio. I can read all of your comments in here. If you want to send me a comment, depending on where you're at. I see we got somebody in. Let's see, 2,100 hours. Yep. Hey, I see you. I see you, DD. All right. So here is what I'm going to be sharing with you and how this guy is telling us that we should stop posting content and he's getting some fantastic results. But I'm going to break down what exactly he's doing and we're going to reverse engineer it for our own purposes. Are y'all ready for this? All right, here it is. I'm going to show you. I can't put in the voice because if I put in the voice, what's going to happen is YouTube is going to demonetize me, and that's going to be trouble. If they demonetize me, there could be trouble. So I'm going to show you this. Look at this. Now, the cool thing about this is that we get a chance to see how he's going to do it. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. We get a chance to see how he would do it. Now, I'm going to do everything I can not to, again, I'm messing up here, y'all. I'm giving y'all too much information. That's too much. All right, let's see what we got here. So look at this. This is Frank Kern, and this guy is a superstar in the field of making money. Right. So now here's one of the things that he was talking about. Now, again, I better turn this down because I don't want Facebook or YouTube demonetize. Now look at this. Now watch this. Now we are going to look at this and we're going to reverse engineer it like a boss. Because if we can learn from what these guys are doing, then we can do it for ourselves. And that's the whole idea. When he says stop creating content, first of all, you kind of start looking like, wait a minute, dude, this is what I do for a living. This is what I do, right? See, I got some shared the friends and family members to subscribe. Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, I want to get this out to as many people as possible because I'm on here every night and I'm jamming, I'm talking about it, trying to give you a tip and trick on how we can do this. So now what we're going to be doing is breaking down what Frank is talking about here. Now, this guy is, I'm telling you, we talk about a superstar in the space of creating money online. He's broken records. He's done all kind of cool stuff, right? So why not copy him? So stop posting content is what he says, and that he had an AI clone for a 6,300% return on investment. Now I look at that and I go, okay, if that's the case, then that means we should be doing these same things, right? Yes, right. So let's see. Now I'm going to show you what I did to break this down. Now, I had a question that came in via Carla. Carla was mentioning and talking about a few things earlier today, and I was responding to her, and she was saying that she's getting ready to go out. And now Carla's really smart. She's worked in this technology field and she's got some things going on, and she's getting ready to go. And let me look at my phone here. She's getting ready to go out and start building some AI agents. Now, this is simply similar to what Kern has done here. He's built some agents. Now, I got a couple questions and then some things that we could talk about. But when you talk about building things, building agents and going after this stuff, and he's saying, well, let's stop posting content. Naturally, you should be curious. What does this mean? Stop posting content. So when he's getting into it, I'm going to just kind of scroll through and see what he's talking about. What he is saying is that we should literally just model what we see. Now, this is very good for me because I happen to have the site Do What Gurus Do. So I'm going to be popping that thing up. Do what gurus do. I have been after people to just model what works. And then Frank comes in and he's saying basically the same thing. So what he's doing is he's going through a lot of stuff on here. And this is his Facebook stuff. He's talking about how he would start telling stories, and as a result of telling stories, the stories would just go nuts. They would get him all kind of views, and he was like, well, wait a minute, this is not even my stuff, so I'm just talking about somebody else's stuff. So we start thinking about that and ask ourselves a very important question: should we do that too? Now he's got a product to sell, and this is where the reverse engineering opportunity comes in, as I see it. When we can reverse engineer something here, I'm gonna give y'all something more visual to look at here. When we can reverse engineer some stuff, then it gives us a leg up on the competition because they're not going to be doing this now. And with the question that Carla had, and Carla was, or the conversation that we were having back and forth, and somebody that I coach from time to time, one of the main things I want to know is, typically, if you're going to be building these agents for other people, one of the biggest things you can do is understand what other people want. And what I would strongly recommend is going out there selling it first, right? So don't, because otherwise we end up spending a lot of time learning, and we forget about the LCLGP. Now, LCLGP is one of my frameworks. And if you noticed on my frameworks, I talk about it, right? Learn, create from what you learned, launch it so that you can get paid. Now, LCLGP: learn, create, launch, and then you can, hopefully you can get paid. Now, the results are not typical, applied, or guaranteed. People that try this stuff sometimes make no money. They try these things and they just don't work. That's why I try to say, okay, let's sell it before you put a dime of time into it. Y'all hearing what I'm saying? Sell it before you do a dime, put a dime of time into it. So this is going to be a very good skill to learn, but I want to know that I can sell it to somebody before I learn it. Are y'all with me on this? So sometimes you just hear something, like you may have your earphones on right now and you're going to be doing something and you have it in the background, which I'm fine with that. But what we do is we learn, we create, we launch, we test some stuff. Now, I'm going to show you what I did with regard to what Frank Kern is talking about here, right? He's got all this stuff in here. He's just literally showing us what to do. I kid you not. He's like walking through. Here's how he does it. Here's what he uses. Here's some tools that he uses. Now he's talking about this right here is Harry Dry. I'm going to be maybe showing you some of his stuff. Fabulous place to get information so that we can learn stuff, so that we can create stuff, so that we can launch stuff. Are y'all with me? We've got the tools now to create like crazy and get some crazy ROI. That's the big deal. We learn, we create, we launch. Now, he's just saying how he's using a GPT. He's created his own GPT, but we can create our own GPTs too. Just saying, from all the stuff you learn. Hence the reason why I was telling Carla, I says, well, I haven't told her this yet, but I'll see her in one of the coaching calls, and I'll be telling her, let's go line up a couple of customers. So that way you can learn exactly what they want. So when you create your agent, you create it for them. Don't just learn it just for having it to, for knowledge sake. We learn it very specifically so that we can sell it to somebody, because we're going to get ready to put in time. We're going to put in energy. And then there's, of course, opportunity costs. Y'all hear me talk about that, right? We're going to put in time. We're going to put in energy. And there is an opportunity cost involved in that. Anytime we have an opportunity cost, one of the things that we want to do is weigh it out. We want to ask ourselves, if I put in this time, what is the return on that time, or the ROI, return on investment, in this case, in time? So when Frank Kern is talking about this, if you notice, like his title, right? He says, stop posting content, AI clone the 6,300% ROI story angle in 4 minutes. In other words, he was able to go out there, grab some information, which we're going to do, which I did on his stuff. I'll show you here in a minute. What I did was I says, that's interesting. I like that. Thank you, Frank. This is interesting. Now I'm going to turn and learn from Frank. So what I did was I went over here to Claude and I says, hey, Frank Kern is a pretty smart guy. You'll see here in a minute. I said, Frank Kern is a pretty smart guy. In fact, this guy is the god of making money online. He's been doing it for a long time. So I says, "Hey, I want you to help and watch this prompt that I put in, and I want your help as my thinking partner to break down what he is saying and do and create it from with for a system I can't spell for a system for myself. Give me the play by play, fifth grade it for me on how I can use it to my benefit, me and people that I serve and I help. All right, so now this is what it does. Now this is what you see what we're doing. I learned something from Frank Kern literally today. Got this information today and says, "Hmm, thanks, Frank." Now Frank is selling his GPT. He's selling that, which is fine, and it's a wrapper. It's just wrapped in some Claude. Why? Because Claude told me, oh, that stuff is just what I did. Now, Frank, I ain't trying to hurt you. I'm trying to put you up on game a little bit, but we kind of have to understand a lot of this stuff ourselves. Anytime we see somebody says stop creating content or whatever, and then I say it, and then I says, well, because we're going to just do what the gurus do, we're going to stop creating content necessarily because we're going to just go over there and do what they do and see if we can get some of the same results. So he's given us stories that he says, I don't even tell stories that are mine. And they go crazy on his in Facebook because people don't want you talking about yourself. They don't care about us. Sorry. They care about themselves. So we tell a story and then we wrap that story around what we're presenting or what we're selling. All right. So this is how he did it. He's got a tool out here called Ojoy. So I am not associated with Ojoy, but it looks pretty good. I've seen it. And there's some other tools out there that's similar to it, but it works, right? So then he says he's going to use his own tool, which is what we want to do. We want to build for ourselves first. Does that make sense? Build for ourselves and then sell to others. All right. So what I did was I says, okay, give me the fifth grade version of this. And it's breaking it down. So it says, look, here's what you want to say. You want to see who your audience is. You want to see what they want, typical stuff. You want to find everything interesting in this story, and then you bring it all in. Now, I knew this, but now AI is telling me as my thinking partner, how could we add some flavor to this? This is what we're going to be doing. Right now, you want to go out there, you say to yourself, I'm getting now I'm going to monetize your life, guy, as it said there on the screen. So I'm telling you how to monetize your life. As you do a thing, you find the means by which to monetize it. You're getting ready to put some time in. Okay, monetize that. Here's one of the ways how. Are y'all with me on this? I'm breaking it down simply. Now, what do I ask for this? Well, like and subscribe. Go over there, tell your friends. Like DD was saying, I can't say his name. This Luth. I messed it up again. All right. Yeah, I anytime I say his name, I mess it up, and I don't want him to get mad at me. So, all right, here we go. We got Marvin Gaines. Please help me. Please, can you help me financially? You can help yourself. Listen to some of these things that I'm saying. I mean, this is what you have to be careful of, right? When you help one person, then everybody else is coming out. You ever heard the term, don't give a mouse a cookie because they're going to come and ask for a glass of milk. So what I do is I share information as a means to help. I say, here's what to do it like this. And I'm now saying, look at what Frank Kern is doing. And what we do is we look at what Frank Kern is doing and we model it. And that becomes our help. Y'all get it? Sending people stuff does not help them because there's no pull yourself up by the bootstraps kind of moment. There's no, hey, I taught you how to fish and all that kind of stuff. All right. So what we do is we listen, we do everything we can to model what we hear. And then we say to ourselves, if I got a phone to send a message, then that means I got an opportunity to get on there, get online, model what's already available to us. Are y'all getting it? All this information is available to us. Now, our job is to give, like if you listen to some of my other other videos, what you'll find is I'm typically showing you the how. I don't do what the other gurus do and just say, oh my gosh, you can make all this money. And no, I say, hey, look, you might not make a dime, you might even lose money because things are not typical, implied, or guaranteed. People that try these things sometimes make zero. But Frank Kern, in this particular case, is giving us play by play. the how. I'm going, huh, thanks, Frank. I'm going to do it. So this is where I get to the do what gurus do. Now, could we go out there and do this for other folks and then make money? Yeah. This is how we do it. We say, hey, I learned something over here. You want me to show you? And others go, yeah, man, what do you know? Because you're ahead of them. You ever heard that? What's that story? That there was two people in the woods and a bear started chasing them, right? And the person, they started running. Now, one person says, I don't have to, outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you because the bear is going to get you because you're slower than me. Well, in this particular case, we have a chance to outrun other folks because we're going to learn this stuff. Look at this. He's given us the tip. And then we've got our AIs that will go and tell us what to do. Look at this. Yes, let me show you what I can match. It's telling me what it can do for me. So, because I asked a question, I says, hey, with the tool that he using, could I create a similar tool? And it said, yeah, because he uses me. So he wrapped it. He's got years of experience. He's got years of knowledge. You've got years of knowledge. You've got years of experience. I don't care if you're, 15, 16, 100, 99. If you're older, that's even better because you know a lot of stuff. Now you get somebody that knows technology and you say, well, I'm going to build something based on my knowledge. I'm going to put it out there and then I'm going to ask people if they want it. And if they say yes, they buy it. It's no different than what my friend Carla was saying. She, is, bought a workshop to learn how to build these tools. Couldn't you build that workshop? Could you be the workshop creator? And then now she buys it. And there you go. You learn, you create, you launch it, and you get paid. Now, again, not typical implied guaranteed or even promised. Sometimes this does not work. I've had stuff not work, but I'm just being 100 with you. Okay, but see what is he? What we're doing? Breaking down an online money making system. This is what I'm doing. I'm literally just learning personally from a guy that has been in the game since he was like, I don't know, 18 or something, making money from all that time. This is what we're doing. So I'm learning from him. So I says, listen, I want to find stories. I want to do exactly what Frank Kern taught me because I still learn. And then I want to do the same thing. So I want to understand what he's using. I want to understand the technology stack that he's using. I want to understand. Here's a story right here. He talks about Mohammed Azar. I don't know if he talked about him, but he says, I wanted I wanted Claude to go out there and find a story for me because I'm going to do just what Frank told me to do. I'm going to learn. I'm going to create from what Frank told me. I'm going to launch it, and then I'm going to see if it gets me paid. Y'all seeing it? All right, here it is. So this guy said that this guy named Muhammad Azar went from 5K a month with zero tech background. And the guy is saying that a year ago, he was just scrolling through YouTube and social media, just like maybe somebody that just asked me to help them with money. I'm saying I'm going to help you by showing you how to go get it. That's my help. And if you keep asking, I will block you. Just saying. All right. So a year ago, I was just scrolling through YouTube. This is what this guy is saying. And social media, watching people talk about making money with AI, right? People are doing that. And then it says, it sounded like a dream. The guy says, man, I can't do this. And then he says, working from home with no clients, no coding, just smart tools and creativity. Honestly, I didn't believe it. I had zero experience in tech or online business. But he says he built faceless YouTube channels and digital products using what? ChatGPT, Canva, and Pictory within months. Now we got better tools than this. We got Claude. I have fired Canva because I don't need it. I can use some other tools that I got. But Pictory, I know what Pictory does, so you start saying, okay, ChatGPT, give me, or ChatGPT, the free version, give me something that rivals Canva. Give me something that rivals them that's free. Let's say you out there with no money. You're just sitting in a room, no opportunity, but you got a phone. Because I know you got a phone because you can be online. Or if you're over your friend's house, y'all get together, sit down and says, how do we do this together? Tag team it. Y'all feel me? Tag team it. And you look across, this is what Mr. Beast did. Mr. Beast would get with a group of friends and they would together figure it out. Now, Mr. Beast was a beast. So he just went, He went stratosphere, but he said that every single one that was in his group all made money. So that's my inspiration to you, to showing you how to fish moment, to saying, hey, it's out there, it's free. Now package it, price it, present it so that you can profit from it. That was the 4 P's that DD won $50 on last night. All right, so look at this. Story 2, Sarah Chin. So now some of these they couldn't verify, but anyway, but look at this. $10,000 a month MRR, marketing background only. Sarah Chin did, but anyway, so some of these stories was from what Frank Kern was talking about, but all I did was is I told Claude, model the stories, because we're in the modeling business. We're in the let me see if I can do it too business. Do what gurus do. Right now, in the description field, if you're watching this on YouTube, I have left some of the tools that I use. I'm an affiliate for all these tools that I use to then model like the gurus do. I'm going to show you here in a minute. So it's telling me my move, Randy. I says, let's double check all the stuff that you told me. I'm going to be using my domain, do what gurus do. All right. Now, here is the whole concept behind do what gurus do. It's an online apprenticeship. If you haven't learned to learn from others, I feel badly for you. But this is the key. We want to learn from others, and we want to learn exactly what they did. We just model them. Now we have tools that we can unwind some things if we want to and figure some stuff out. I'll give you an example of something I did earlier today. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. So just earlier today, I'm monkeying around with the site, and oh no, it's over in Claude. I'm monkeying around with the site because I says, I really want to figure some stuff out, right? So let me look at one of my chats from earlier today. And I don't mind showing this stuff. It don't matter. Right? And I did this. But here's what I want to show you. You do this for other folks. People don't want to do this stuff, man. We ain't got time for this mess. Right? Come on. But you go out there and do it for folks. Say, hey, I'm going to take your chat and I'm going to create sites for you. And you go, you are? Yep. And I'm going to sell them to you. And you go, you are? Yep. I'd buy that. Why would I buy it? Because I'm busy. Now, I try to get people to think their way out of this, and for some reason they cannot. They do not. I don't understand why. All right, now you got to stop acting up here. Hey, buddy, stop acting up. All right, so okay, you see it's acting up. So, but look at this. This is the actual site. I'm gonna download it real quick, pull it up so you can see it. But look at this. Here is what I was able to create really, really quickly from something I learned earlier in that day. So I learned something. I created something. This is going to be launching so that it positions me to get paid. Have I just taught you something? Have I just shown you something? And now Frank Kern, when he says stop creating content, or when I say stop creating content, yes, and model others, so that we can do exactly what they do. Look at this. This is beautiful. Two Business Guys. This is one of my other channels, Two Business Guys Mastermind channel. Stop chasing, start closing. This is a call to action, right? Book a call, watch an episode. So I can literally put the episode of where this is over, then revolutionize your sales mindset. This is what we were talking about inside of the actual talk. Common struggles, blah, 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 hidden block. I literally created this in an afternoon, and now it's ready to go out there and start making me money. Now, will it? Yeah, we'll find out. But is it available? Yep. How long did it take? Less than a day. What are you doing with your days? Seriously, what are you doing with your days? Now, if you say, I'm learning stuff, I'm going to get on you, because I want you learning, I want you creating, I want you launching, and I want you positioning it so that you get paid. LCLGP. So Carla, I told it was LCGP. She says, what's LCGP? Learn, create, get paid. But I forgot the L, my bad. Learn, create, launch, so that you can position it to get paid. Now, again, this is for educational purposes only. I'm not promising this is going to work for you. It works for me, because I just created. Y'all see it right here. Now, the next thing is that we want to put that onto a page, right? You see, I got the code here. I can go right back in here. I can grab the code out. Here's the code. Look at this. I can literally go grab this code out and then I can put it into my learning management system. All right, here's the code. Copy everything below. Boom, boom, boom. It's telling me what I need to do because, well, I already did it. So I'm going to copy this. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to go to uh, one of my pages. All right. So I'm going to go over to one of my page builders and I'm going to create a brand new page. Let me see. Next test, voice training, test site. Let's go to test site because I test stuff on this site. Now I'll go over here, opt-in page, right? You see the opt-in page. I'm going to just use my tool here and then I'm going to go over here and say, yeah, I don't want all this stuff. I want to create some code. I want to put it in here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the code. Watch this. I'm going to grab the code. I'm going to put it in. Now I got this also in the description field. You can start using this tool for free and just watch what I do. Now, I don't always believe that the code will work from Claude. You always have to massage it a little bit, but you got all day. So let's go. Right. So let's see if it works. It'll tell me in a minute if it's worked. Bam. There it is. Look at that. So now you see what I did. I took this code that Claude gave me and I put it onto my own page that I control, and I got all this other stuff. So it gave me this right here, book your call. Now I can put in, as a result of this, I can now put in, if you notice, it gave me the code. It fixed it up just right. There's some little things that I don't like sometimes, but that's all right. We'll just mess with it. Right? You see what we got here. Bam, stop chasing, start closing, book a call, watch the episode. This is my call to action to people. And where did I get that? Well, I took it from a talk that I had. How much do you talk? Just saying. Take it from your talks. Y'all heard me say it before. You, something like this, and you can be out there making money. Again, results are not typical, implied, guaranteed, or even promised. Like my online mentors say, they always put your disclaimer in there. And this is one that I borrowed from Marcus, because Marcus is a smart guy. And I say, I'm going to model Marcus. Yeah, there we go. So now look at this. We got nice code here. Look at this. We want to look at it. We see how it's going to look. And if it looks pretty good to us, we are ready to put this thing into practice. Now, you see, what I did was I grabbed the code. And then what I did was, okay, that looks good. I put it onto my own page. Why? Because I might want to put something down here. If you notice, right? This is some other stuff. This was already on the page, but gives us a chance to maybe add some extra stuff. I may want to put a button down here, or call to action button. I want to make all of this stuff clickable. But you notice with like some of these vibe coding tools, they don't always share this with you. They don't always give you the real good stuff, man. They want you to stay on app. And I don't want to be on app. I want to be on my own land. This is my own land. So you see what I did? I put the code in. Now, Frank Kern gave us a tip when he said, stop creating content. And I'm saying, okay, Frank, I'm going to stop. But first, tell me more. So that's where I went over again and used my tools here. Right? I'm going to go to my chats, search chats. No, that's not what I want to bring it out. Okay, there it is. Let's go back to this. All right. Now, I started asking questions about it. Remember, I says, what is Frank Kern? What is he showing me? So I really wanted to break it down. This guy is a genius. Why wouldn't we model him? We're going to do what the gurus do. So it's telling me, all right, just do this. Now, if you're hard-headed, you're not going to do none of this. If you're lazy, you're not going to do any of this. If you lack consistency, that's why I try to say go fast. If you learn what I'm teaching you tonight, your job is to write on that phone that you're watching me on, or if you got several people around, y'all all get together and you brainstorm. How can we use what Randy is talking about? How can we do it? Look around. Don't matter what language you're speaking. It doesn't matter your financial situation. Why? Because there's free tools out there. You can use ChatGPT and you can use Claude for free. Build stuff. Build stuff, get a customer to buy it. You get a customer to buy it, then you get another customer to buy it. Then you get another customer to buy it. Now, don't let me break out the math on y'all. Here it is, my handy dandy calculator. You know, when I start bringing out the little calculator, you're in trouble. So let's say you had a $20 product, right? Now, $20 over in India is a lot, right? I can't remember the breakdown, but our $1 equals a lot, right? So if you sold one $20 product, $20, how much would that be? Now, you, of course, can build a $20 product and send it up to the United States, and you built it, it looks good, the code is good, and you just give it to people. You just build these frameworks for them. You just build these templates for them, and you sell the templates. Trust me when I say what I'm saying. Sell the templates for 20 bucks. So how many of those do you have to sell to change your family situation? I'm just saying. You got time to ask for money. You got time to go off and try to solve your situation by doing something. None of that lazy stuff. We don't play that. Because I look at it like this. If a person can form in their mouth and ask, if you can form in your mouth, you could take that time. Now imagine what that time is. That time is money that you could build. I just showed you how. I showed you how to go and follow somebody that just did it. I just showed you tools you can use that are free. Now, Claude is free. ChatGPT is free. They don't give you a lot. You use up the credits real fast, but that's fine. Use as much as you can. And then the next day, use some more, build something, sell it. Who do you know that might want this? Now, I'm getting messages all over the place, y'all. So you got to forgive me. I have people that hit me up on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. Okay, that's fair. I'm answering live. Okay, I see. I see you comment. Okay, let's see. Let's see what Carla's saying. Listen. So does that make sense though? I really just want to talk to you like that. Does that make sense though? All right. Let's see what we got here. Stop creating. How to do this instead. License LC. Yes, that's right. LCLGP. Carla. I'm looking forward to learning more. Okay, great, great. So one of the lessons is this. Here it is. Big one. From what I talk about tonight, create. From what I talk about tonight, I just literally walked you down. Look at this. I says we're going to use and I do it too. I do it all the time. I literally ask myself, what can I learn from this guy, that person, that girl, whomever today? But I try to say, if I take the time to learn it, that's time I could have been doing something else. That's opportunity cost. If you remember that from business school. And if I take the time to learn it, then how fast can I create it using today's tools and what I have learned and what I know? Okay. Now, one of the things I like to say to Carla is that she likes to learn stuff. She's a learner. But what I'm also going to say is, well, as you learn it, I want you teaching it. Oh, Randy, I'm not ready. Yes, you are. You're ready. Because nobody knows what you're doing, where you're at, what's going on in life. Nobody knows. And people, honestly, they don't care. What they do care about is, what is it that you just learned can help me? You learn 5 things about agentic tools, teach them. Last night, I just learned this. Like I just told y'all, I just showed you. I says, I learned this from Frank today. And from what Frank taught me today, I'm creating a video. Y'all see it? Watch this. From what Frank taught me, I'm creating a video. From the video, I will have my virtual assistants take that video and transcribe it. They'll take that video, transcribe it, put some links with it, and then they'll send it out on email lists. I take my live today and I send it out to my list of 500 people. That list will then take them over to a site that gives them free ebooks for emails. That's the business model. So for the emails, you then follow up with them, and then eventually you maybe make a relationship whereby you're offering things that can help. Are y'all seeing it? So let's say you got people up here and you live in India, you live in Thailand, you live in Africa, you wherever. And you know that these we don't like to do this stuff. Okay? So then you say, "Hey, I built something for you. Don't ask me for money." Even people here that my friends even know, don't ask me for money. Ask to do something or do the service and then ask if I want to buy it. That is that simple. Hey, Mr. Randy, I listened to what you said. I listened to all your videos. I sent it to all my friends and everybody listened to it. We formed a little group and we would like to maybe do some of your content for you. That way you never have to ask for money again because you do the work and you present the work for sale. Now, will people buy it all the time? No. I say no a lot. I say no a lot because oftentimes people are just asking for stuff. And that's an instant and automatic hell no. You're just going to ask me for something? Now, when I run contests, get this. Like I ran the contest yesterday that Duluth run. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. And he probably combined with his wife or somebody or some, and they you go get the content. I'm going to answer the question. They kept trying. They kept trying. They kept trying. And they finally got it. But if you notice, they collaborated and they went and found the answer, but they had to go listen to some videos probably. Yeah. And now he's like, look, I'm on, or she's on. If Dee Dee is a girl, I don't know. But now that's how you do it. Now gather that up with your friends and says, what can we create to send up to the United States and maybe create a little service? It happens all the time. And now what happens? It changes your whole situation. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. So now I just modeled Frank Kern, literally, just modeled him. I'm going to now be creating a site called Do What Gurus Do to model others. And all I'm going to do is sit there and learn from them. I'm going to extract what they're teaching me because guess what? YouTube is free. I'm going to do what they say to do. It seems simple, don't it? It is. Learn, create, launch, try to get paid. It's not typical, implied, or guaranteed, or even promised that you will. This is for educational purposes only. I can't tell you that you're going to make a dime, but God dog it, people are laying down clues. If we would just pick them up, not be lazy. I don't believe in laziness. Like I'll give you an example. Today earlier, I was not feeling it at all. You know, I don't know, I ate something that did not agree with me. I didn't feel good. And I was like, I gotta go and do. And I rarely say I gotta go and do instead of I get to do, but I showed up anyway, not feeling my best. And so that I can maybe share with one person out there, that I can teach one person, that I can say to one person, try this. That's it. Try this. And if you try this, maybe it will work. Now, if you want to work with me, get on my calendar. I do this kind of stuff all the time. I try not to take people to websites and all that kind of stuff because, in my opinion, that's friction. Get on my calendar. And if I can, if you get on my calendar and ask me for one dime, I'm hanging up on you. But if you get on there and you say, hey, I've been listening to what you're saying, I would like to get some help with this, then I'll work with you. But if you're joking, I'm not going to help you. So let's do it. Get on the calendar, y'all. This right here should be showing you to stop creating and start modeling. That's the whole idea. We can get our ROI up if we stop trying to recreate the wheel. Like my friend Carla, my coaching client Carla, she's learning how to build agents. As you learn, show, and ask for money. because you're just a little bit ahead. And that's all you have to be. You do not have to be an expert. You just need to be a little bit ahead. And can you sell what you are actually building before you built it? Hell yes, because people don't know you didn't build it yet. And if you believe and you look at this and go, "Damn, these are gonna be dope." I mean, because, building agents ain't hard. Let me say that differently. With the tools that we got right now, we can build them, right? You can build I'll give you an example, something that I'm doing right now. I'm literally taking all of my YouTube videos and I'm creating my own brain from those YouTube videos. Yeah, and I've got 3 or 4 different YouTube channels. So wait, what? Yeah. So my point is content's already done. Now we create the agent. So Carla, hurry up and get that agent done. Just saying. Because if you can get it done, then you can show others you got it done. Here's how I built an agent in less than 3 hours. And this agent right now is going out there helping 5 clients. Wait, what? Who wants to know that? Somebody else like you. If you bought the course, they'll buy your course. Just saying. So that's it. Let's get out there. Let's learn. Let's create. Let's launch and position it so that you get paid. And remember, this is the disclaimer. Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's typical. Nothing's implied. Nothing's guaranteed or promised. This is for educational purpose only. I like to see you try these things because I just showed you how. I just walked you down. I gave you examples of where to go get information. And we try these things because guess what? It's free.